Okay, chapter Thangbodi, it's the Chungi Gilopsen Thangbodi Karisana, Cold War and the non-aligned movement. Okay, Thangbodi Lopsen Gomazu Golia, Kanzo locked it Ningba Jurwa, locked it Ningba Nango, Tangazu Laba, Yudevadi, locked it Ningba Dre. Kanzo Kazan Tangyo De locked it Ningba Dre because the new textbook is still not available even online. So leave aside, in the markets. So therefore, we, content whatever the contents in the textbook, it's of course based on the old syllabus. Okay, so the syllabus. So if you can see on the course, all contents that is in the talking about the old syllabus, and the proposed contents new syllabus today. Materials Kanda the syllabus sawa para la kheba arenas of the Cold War like Dimeosir, arenas of the Cold War and Cold War Chungsegi and is such a Kashijur, Cuban Missile Crisis that or the Berlin crisis that in the Kashijur Dige Chasanji Tanda Disawad Nalindu. Okay, so we need not do that. Ani Dina Shingi, India and the Cold War, the topic there Meosir. Okay, Tanyama the Tandatsi version Tandi chapter Tango Delia content test new. So you just have to keep this thing in your mind, because when you read in the textbook, Tango textbook now Tang Shavakapilla can go to a the Cuban Missile Crisis Nikosu. So you need not that they can Gabchon Lape Missiki Pentobu Yorera, but as in the as per the syllabus, it is not that. Okay. So the Cold War lavekapdelia, the Cold War the Nganzuki mixegi history nangula pemisigi kechumbush chadigure, because it has ruled the world's history from 1945, that is the end of the Second World War, until 1991, that is the collapse of the USSR. Okay, and Majingiwa Tani chin Cold War gozuri, the nation Kazubal Sasana USSR Kamator Padula. Okay, the USSR the 1991 Katores Shuswa, the Kandes Torre, Karichin Torre, the Madu Samatanda Jamochi, the Lozinival Suli. Okay, so as of now, just keep in your mind that Cold War started from 1945 and it went till 1991. When the USSR collapsed, until the collapse of the USSR. So this it went on for almost 4.5 decades. Low back quarter was mangpush, which lo shibju kata kanda shibjule mangza chibet ko tindegi ini manju get up the kanda Cold War chin chadi re. And the Cold War gi tumjel tenche thadegi manju gi politics yorwa di ki tuksa de nyama ki ta kanda Cold War di nangro de shuk mangushuji kanda shulia to connection yuve toni. Many of our contemporary politics has been shaped by this Cold War. So that's why Cold War is really, really important. Okay? But in a Cold War, the karire, Cold War la hagu the kans marching, but goes to the tension to go to the world Kurangi. In the hot war lumar, Namgu smart near the Mari, the Cold War's the war. The Tenta Kariding of the jail Janache. The Tande Chala Cold War in Tanging Laswa, 1945 and go to the Laswa. 1945 with the marching you tan go to the marching you tan go to and the Kandes go to the courage in the marching you the caption the goat, I'll call to a Korangi caption the goat to Chidula. We need to understand a little bit about the Second World War. Okay, so in order to understand the Cold War, we have to go back to the history and learn about the Cold War. So you're going to watch this small clip. World War II, which was fought between the two forces, that is, number one, the Allied forces, which consisted of USA, USSR, Britain, and France, and the second forces, which was the Axis forces, which consisted of Japan, Italy, and Germany. Finish it off once and for all. The Second World War started in 1939, and it went on for 6 long years and ended in 1945. The Second World War was, of course, won by the Allied forces. Started in 1939 after Germany attacked and conquered Poland. The black color represents the Axis and the blue Allied forces. Okay, I'm just going to stop here for a while. 1939 la Second World War go to Second World War 1939 ne go to 1945 padula the World War chingre. Napo dige chazna di dirda kanza Axis forces dire. Jindo goju wala and the Hillary and the Kundugi forces the check. Tango de la Sia go to wake up the Napo the shoe peldu, kind of Tango war go to the Kundu Axis forces the Shukche Chive Tony, Takuma go to the Tambu Kundu Shukshu shoe peldu. Kazuki Mama Chabune, Dizegi Kundu, one mama to do the war. Kenswa, the Mombudi, Karislavajna, Mombudi, any Allied forces together. The jail Allied forces they can say in Tonanchina 1941 Tunisia and the Arigirwa any Aridi that and the Allied forces la joinchi any the jailer and the Arita that and the Soviet Union do Kuningi Allied forces joined Chive Kuningi 1939 joined Chio Marta. They joined only in 19 if I'm not wrong 41 inside 41 to 2 inside. That is the Kuningi joined Chive Jay Nichin and Pet Kora Lamsang Kora and Ma the Kunzu Mama top do. So you just keep an eye on the spreading of these two colors, okay? Red color is USSR, who joined Allied forces only in June 1941. The United States also joined the World War II only in December 1941 after Japan attacked Pearl Harbor. You can see the progress of the World War II from 1939, the rapid invasion by Germany, and later the flip side after the United States entered the World War and USSR joins the Allied forces. So, she's a tangi issue na shingi World War II and the Allied forces, the Axis forces kuningi para zingdwa Axis forces and the Germany Hitler Yorwa and Italy Mussolini che and the Japan ke kuzinyim do join chire. So Allied forces di nanglolia can see version di go to the Ruatambo World War go to Capdelia England the France can so di Capdelia until 1941 41 patula United States ki join chimare. The jail United States ki join chi and United States nyamdol jula kasana USSR gengel interest ke yo marete ini jail Germany ki and Axis forces ki USSR la chu petwang duga yong wake up delia ani shine ani kaza USSR ke and Allied forces join chi shindi ma do kuningi para nyamani shu chambu yewe thone tanda France, Britain, the USSR, the but just because of the need of our at that time, USSR joined the Allied forces. The last 1945, the Allied forces Allied forces in a now the question is victory countries Allied forces USA, USSR, Britain, the France. Kunzungi but Allied forces gangza cut out the cage any powerful need to superpower chikarsana USA and the next superpower is the USSR. Okay, I can see what in this year the captela the world Americans locked them netunjurwa the locked them nakans kisi sivarajina di nanglola sewu dige chazan sto dige chazan di tangi ngombu di mikije. So these are like the USA kokonda di tanda dire Second World War gi the top chawe gi jela ani USA da the USSR kuni block ni chadla swa block ni chawe gi jela lungba chunji mangu shiuji rikji the USA ni do two join chi rikji USSR ni do pa join chi the join chi re lawe kap tel ya rangje shorwana shi lawo marta khanda alliance to join chi che tobu do chi join chi ro dila du seu dige chazan di kharsana USA gi block tere and so USA da a gi nim dollar khanda USA nyam dollar ani alliance la join chi glangi chorwa di kunjul khalas na first world ke lagre USA ke tela ta din maori su ju chazan dikharsana ani USSR ki ani nyam dollar chambu chi USSR gi wala ta khanda join chi gi slangi chorwa dige chazan di kal khasna second world re okay ta ding anju gi I'm the wang du ju din ke marta ta dila du khon ta second world war de Second World War and the Allied forces ki top wa the Allied forces top ekap de la ni lumba rangje ragyo sama mangbo shuji in kon de wachi ta ka nga USA ngem dol kon khais na USA the USSR para la kuning superpower ni thwe gi tumsel te ne ani ta sunyem dol join chi gi be khais kuning para competition shukshim shuji so we are going to do that later ani ta jumbling di kap de la power block ni masun jumbling masuna ta di ro kangza ro jumbling ni kopshi te ro chi. Okay, Western Alliance, that is the Western Alliance, Seoul dige chazang khardo west cholo dwa USA gi block nzure chazang di imbe mingi korangi ro kunzu western alliance scale alliance la ko group lagwa chazang alliance western alliance lagu gimje khasna because that is located in the west. Okay, kunzu western alliance ke lagre dagana shingi USA block ke lagre because all these are that is going dine di chine yaksar ta tanda pincha shanarwa Desia, di yesh to dengo America de yorwa, chesa America Alliance di kangza rwa an kunzu kasna nganzu gi Western Alliance kasa Western Alliance labingur. Okay? A second. Okay? Chesa Seoul dige chasa di nganzu kalaksana Western Alliance legre. Tar Mao dige shtwa dela kalaksana Eastern Alliance dige chasa karsana USSR nimdolo join chige dige dire. Kenswa ta di main begi kunzu second world ke legre. Ta jangu dige chasa di karsana kunzu mangcheji tanda nyema inji shungwa la debi tone rangze raju dige dirwa kunzu rangze tanda mangcheji which kunzu jula rangze ratsa we che lakta mangcheji after second world war when they got the independence kunzu ki ma Western Alliance le jugu me Eastern Alliance le jugu me la che kunzu ngarang ngang loga digi is non aligned movement digi non aligned digi is la che kunzu movement sawaj gozu rwa di again tanda kyans lokte nalo tanda kyans chapter nalo yorte but we are going to do it at the last okay so as of now just keep in your mind that the whole world sort of divided into two, Western Alliance and the Eastern Alliance, and division de khane khani go to sana and Europe ne go to kenswa diche. So we know that the the kind of Seoul dige chasan de la ngajo the Western Alliance lanare USA block lanare dikela first world ge lagi ore and then the Eastern Alliance lagi re USSR block ke lagre ta tela and second world ke lagre Kenswa, and the Jangu Digedala, Nam countries Kelagre, the Hanashinki third world countries Kelagre, and least developed countries Kelagre. They're different names, which we'll do later. Okay, so as of now, just keep in your mind that the difference between the Western Alliance and the Eastern Alliance. Okay? Thank you, USA langi ming manda irla so USA ni ki wola junior chasan kunju ki group ji yorwata chambu ji yo dige chasan USA the USA ki chambu yo dige chasan karsna Western Alliance le lago jungje tangi ni la so because they are located in the west. Okay, and tagana kunju first world ke lagdwa di mai be kunju chi karsna capitalist block ke lagre. Okay, capitalist block lago jungje karsna USA ki tatup dikor capitalist re again kind of capitalist block the 11 hour capitalist block lagi ure samje disha I'll explain why okay later dine on the USSR la eastern block ke lagi because that's located in the eastern side okay they are also known as the second world block so the second world and they are also known as the communist block ke lagi kunjula ta desia USA la capitalist block lagudwa USSR la communist block lagudwa chena diningi paral ta ming kona block la ming loga yor kasna di kuningi taduk kan rale de yore okay, which is very, very important, which is one of the main reasons for the difference between these two power blocks and which is one of the main reasons for the Cold War as such. Okay? Ta tanginge laswa kuningi parala tension shukshin bu payor penchashana second world war the allied forces ki top swa top nanglo ne koran group chik reda group chik ingi la ane kuningi khathe res laswa ta khathe che tangi nge lare hot wa mixe ke chungyo mare hot wa chungyo mare sladi ro kunni marching you na shipat khora ro actual war the ke chungyo mare but then tension Europe yes there's a whole lot of tensions competition Europe yes there's a whole lot of competition chesa the hot war chungyo mare la di ma khala osna cold war ani dine chine kunni emergence korangi ro super power chung sa ve chine chine ani jambling la cold war le res cold war le go ve super power chung na cold war di ani USA na USSR and the nyemdo la ta koran jolo chopo nyemdo phazu the alliance group in nyemdo le chai bara so it's a cold war between the two power blocks so blocks la up the two alliances okay two superpowers backed by their alliances okay the cold war la na unconditted la gore so what is actually cold war la sik the thambo ni la United States ki major banang baruk la jor koran ki sik di sugyor wa so the cold war la up the la chance lock them now cartiers na cold war refers to the competition okay the tension and a series of confrontations that you know about not among pe yung Cuban Missile Crisis ta odanda the satellite states la tanda USA the USSR gingimdo wall state chinji mangu konsul joint chigyo digel mo satellite states la dirwa so the satellite states kunju phazu paral thum the degi na nyokta lang an nyokta nang lo ya ari da United States ki kuningi ge chido mangu chigre and the Cuban Missile Crisis la or the Berlin Crisis la or the da na sing Vietnam war da Ani Korean War da digel kuntu chido mango chiyong. So these are like a series of confrontations. Para nyota mango yorwa. In the United States, the ani Soviet Union che, ani di kunyi the yimba che, ani kunyi nyemdo la shugla suyursa, kunyi jablo lang dingi di Quran to allies. Okay, diche. Ta bencha shana tanda France to yimba rachana United States ke allies wa, ani taga na shingi tanda England ke United States ke allies wa, din na shingi the Soviet Union Quran dil pa ko yebarwa se dilabor ta kanda tenda lelaus mon laus na cold wala na kalaus na cold wala na ani Quran tadup che ta na shingi sidin ta na shingi mangmi the day Quran pass a competition between the capitalist US and the socialist US. So Cold War was an ideological, political and military competition between the capitalist US and the socialist United USSR. Okay, dilabor so I kunju hot wache chungyo marta ma inde mune korama jabe yorwa hot it never turned into an actual war. So the tension de la khalos na Cold War la war which is tension the mune actual war la change na and hot watch hadu wa. So tangazu tanda ta delle war the causes of the Cold War tangazu Cold War la na go chuswa Cold War la ka tele ya tangbunye de la khalos tangbunye de nganzu khalos na. First thing we need to keep in our mind is after the Second World War, okay, which was won by the Allied forces, from there two superpowers came up. Okay, from the Allied forces two superpowers came up, which was USA and USSR. Kuningi yobache. So the kuningi parala kuning two superpowers ni de pasuche tungu yomar chambu yomar. There was a whole lot of tensions. Okay, the tension the kangla confrontation structure mo pelidwa the ki kuni tension de langas khalos na Cold War line ba ta chiwani wat khasna ani Cold War damni langwa gyumse gor kharchin lana kuni ngil Allied forces kapel kuni signal the kuni group signal redwa la tu ta tumbuji yugirwa ta group signal yugi la ani kuni ngi machamba gi gyumse khari tu deore. So what actually is are the causes of the Cold War? Okay, what led to the Cold War between the Allied forces and the Axis forces? Okay, so the Jumze mangu shuju res la ta Jumze di tangos na line ba Cold War di ani Allied force second World War gi jela superpower ni le res superpower ni kuni para la matube gi thone Cold War le res matube gi Jumze khare Jumze thangbo di khare slaw ta tippe mi se khechin burda. Okay, Jumze thangbo di kunzu ni gi tadu bang thu de a difference in ideologies. Ideologies the Kharishin race and USA ki the chance they see the capitalism lies the USA ki tatu the Korakas na capitalism da ani liberal democracy. Okay, chance shungi zinang chone that tangi line competition in terms of tangi kela politics laswa on political level of the lumbe shung zindan the shung governance ki thone shevra these the United States they believed in liberal democracy. What do you say? Kunzura democracy believed chigor. That USSR ki tadu dikhares na kuningi tadu pet kora wa tokjore they both have completely opposite ideologies. Okay, in terms of governance, as I said right now, the USA the capitalist believe democracy believe chigo sama shung zindan shige the political they believe in democracy, whereas USSR they believe in communism. Okay, pet kora loga redwa chik marsho re chik pet kora ani dire kaza mangzure kenswa ti shung zindang monche ta penjo gi zindang mon shevra jena in terms of economy ani USA kharil believe chigostana kunju ki capitalism believe chigor kenswa ta dangi ke mangzo da communist ta dangi penje marsho digi tingi deshi de orsang mudwa mangzo kenswa ngazo bat kochu de gorwa the capitalism nana khande chilla gors capitalism la capitala capitalism is a state of economy where everything is controlled by the market. Okay, we komu khazui chigime khanda demand yama gong se da chilai jora tige chatsa doji ani market khora rangi decide chigo dela shungi nguni shu chido chigi yo mare dina wang su chairs na thanda individual wang che do yore kenswa dina lo la chezan gerba din zula ta kepsan ra da din mangu per market the competition shukshim shu jor chala kharit pyong gore khazui gong chigura la jora ti shungi tha chung mar di khora market khorangi shisungi nguni da demand da supply gala shiche ve thone ani prices tige sama decide chingo dela khanda kyan seven al khar shas na market khanda dokto dilane dile la us ngan dishi kana ro capitalism nanglo la shungi role jura pe nyunyu re kenswa Whereas USSR ki khari believe chigor sanarwa, they believe in socialism. Khunsu ki economy di socialist le believe chigor. Socialism la wake up telia mixe gi thanda phun che shtwa. Ta nganju gi penchasana ke che digi mang che jirwa an shung khurang rangi ani tangjin chi shegle.Enswa ta penacha shawarjinarwa kanju company ke chimbu dinju changmarwa ani kaza shung khurang gi tha chwe tone chala kharu tyongodu dela gomu khazu shawodu wa dige chazang di ani shung rang gi tha chwe di kapela socialism ki nanglo la mi ger sosu gi rawa de pemisi gi nyu che ani shung itta to bishuk chum shiu yor te kunju itta to dumjem for kasna because they believe in equality kunju khalla gorsana mi changmala chanyom di gugu res lab cherwa di indi di degi chane kunju gi tarup di khora pat khora lore tarup loga ina the digdwa goji swa tangbunil tarup di law kap I'm saying it again tarup pat khora lore shung jindang ingene shevrajina USA believed in democracy, okay, whereas USSR believed in communism, okay. In terms of economy, USA believed in capitalist economy, whereas USSR believed in socialism. So completely opposite. The opposite in a digdwa. The opposite in a kakangi karikant horsena. USA di Quran with the yaga yusla war. Okay. The nation USSR lana may around to the yaga yusla. The yaga yu wachipu mahi because yaga yu la chay and any digdwa. Yan you digdila mangan yota so you third of the and because they believe that their ideology is much better than the other and they try to spread their ideologies. That's where the problem actually started. Okay, so the mangu pelia tapshitanche. Dila kaptela kunji khari believe ki ani lumba capitalist kaza democracy the capitalism atopchi na dije ki ani bet USA di ani wang che powerful chatu styongor wa shula tyen rugo es labo dagana shingi ani tanda lumba khazu la ani communism da and socialism khape chechin orajina and dije gi ta tanda di chagres labo kare USSR ta topshu che jos zigor. Okay, and they wanted both of them. They wanted to emerge as more powerful than the other. Penchashana tanda do emerge na communism tanda ngazu khare ari peshuk chumbu pe yorwa changma America gi tanda ngazu US hegemony do la udwa changma America di topshu cheshe ji dwa yabuchin si darwa penche zamli nanglo la gyaja geju gubjul hak zawdo ji changme gi mangzu shungki de dwa changme gi ani tanda capitalism wa liberal democracy di adopt chi der chesa tadu korang shuk chumbu pe rali gi wasong san din de gi chane ani kange tak kanda Cold War toxic detour. Both of them they have got different ideologies and they wanted to spread their own ideologies, and that's where where the problem actually started. Okay. Second one is agreement regarding the post-war security. Ta mangche niwa cha cha we ge la lungba chunju nyong mangba legal wa ta lungba chunju mangba shuje ningje rangje ra cha sre an lungba thongba pen chasana jaga Pakistan do investment jaga ina ya di yorwa thongba kasa jaga do ina solution wasna tanda China shukshimbu yorwa o dinde parala yang conflict dinde shukshimbu dinde kana conflict dinde mangule dirwa dinde ki post war security nanglo yang khuni ngi tadu loga yimbe ki tumje la teche ani di gale ke post war jumbling ki post war security kang lege because they have got two completely different ideas. USA khalok san dinde gi nyokta chungu yo na ra an Quran geji gi dinja because United Nations was already there, right? So the United Nations dinja di future chiwe tone ko Quran peacefully settle chi choose la go ta wodin khari chene ro kyan ko nyokta dinde yo lumbani para nyokta yo na ani lumbani gi nyokta di United States United Nations la chukin de United Nations International Organization dinde gi future kon peacefully chi ani Quran nyokta de se choose la go. Okay, in the USSR gi khala gore no, okay? Kunzu force la believe chigo. Kunzu dine nyokta Quran zo lungba yelo yebe nyokta yelo rajna lamza kwa kajo so lungbe gi mangmi tang chara ani khasa di khanda control chi shago. Din di gi chane ge yang kange chik di gang tu der. Ra an dine thangi power rivalry. Ta thangi di power rivalry thangi ngi penja ideology da do cha du ra. An ni ja gi khala gorsana ra. Da chi gi khasa Quran ni ja ding super power Kambule de wa superpower gala Qurani ideology ge loga yore and di gala ani taduti pa chape chegi tapshi because they both wanted to emerge more powerful than the other. Okay, so di dinde ki ro chigle chik nga phaju dile nga ani topshu cheyela chimba digi me phaju dile nga topshu cheyela orajna aso so phaju dile nga shuk cheyela dinde competition do de orajna ani karsa nyokta ta yonga yimba Okay, so in such a power rivalry, of course, problems are inevitable or problems are natural. Okay, then that dine kharesana that thangi lai ba Kurani tatup Tibet kora loga rewa ta tatup loga yimegi kangla ani lungba di Quran ju gi wala ani lungba alliances ra ropa tinde twa lungba chinji Quran ju wala join che thapchi tangir sai ba tangi alliances a block la go gimje on diro western alliance la go gimje on diro group di ta group na to imagine group na lo la member mangmong bulde member mangmong mu ku ge chidula okay ta ku ge chidula ya ani method ta ma da phiji chigor ta su dingel kunju gi propaganda mang phiji chigre propaganda la kap de la Quran ju gi pencha USA gi comic to da ani chapta dinde la USSR gi ta duk ja yi batyo da USSR lung ki lungbe nang lo ya USA gi ani ta duk da dinde khasa duk ja yi be gi comic inde do da Superman da dinde phiji chibe gi thone ro duk ja tyo da dinde gi propaganda ta mang phiji chi yi ba che ro di gi kang la ani kunju gi ta policies mang bu je su re ta khanda Quran ju gi socio lungba di phajo dile ke ro topsu che tue che dolia ani wola ta di mangbo gorwa kasa group nang lo member mangbo dos gorwa cheza mem khangi ngala ba khajwe gi member mang no tise gi any powerful chache yim barwa cheza dinde gi member ku ge che dolia na koran zo topsu che ko zo policy mang shu chi adopt chimre ta pena cha sha na policy thangbo di Truman doctrine di origi roda kya di cartoon na sivajna ro ani kang dine ro the president and the US president in vacation the US president Truman Kurangi ani ta ming di wala the doctrine chi su ra the doctrine di ki according to this Truman doctrine kunju gi mi gi kora kharastana ta di kap delarwa communism the USSR ki communism the shiu chi ma kyabe chi dwa ta kunju khari ngamra chi gosna USA ki khari ngamra chi gosna communism khaju gi manga phelgi hoina and because again that shows in a way shows that they are becoming more powerful. Okay, the Truman doctrine ki ani nugi program te beg thone ra ta nu na la kap de la ta mix di dirta ta military aid re mangmi roba gu yuna re ta na sing ki laksha roba gu yuna re ti roba sula te borsana to all those countries who face the danger of sure the USSR ki ro ani lungba penchashana the Greece ta dinalo tan Truman doctrine the Greece ta ani the Turkey la ari shungi Truman doctrine gi wala kunju rogram tere ti khasna Greece ta Turkey di ani USSR ki ta cons deba me shindurwa internal influence in re external influence ki thoni kunju communism no jure gi thapchi tango. Okay, dinde thapshi tangi gita kunda tanda de the example di shares what the Truman doctrine gi wala rasa di tanda penje del tanda di rai Turkey tan Greece la ta di Turkey the Greece chibu mai bigi lungba mangbo shiu chilarwa communism gi in Quran gi external influence in re ta na shingi internal influence gi thone ro communism la jure gi try chigor di try chigi wa ha ko gi de lamsang gi dinde dungba de ba mewa ina tinde gi ani lungba deba me shindula ani kanda communism la convert chigi yuna tinde gi convert chi lungba dinjula ani ta doglen che chidula communism di doglen che chidula ya an kunju gi under the Truman doctrine ani mangmi rogram tigi na re ta kana ni chingi ani penjo rogram tigi na re ta tanda economic ta weapons ta military la tu ngi da tinde rogram te ko ye baro tide chama ani ari gi te ko so the ari gi the khorkasna under the Truman doctrine kunju gi the main aim of America was to contain the spread of communism. Contain thana ngaju lagu do achi buji kyare. Tanda dela ngaju nangla dego gi tumzen khora kharsna tanda corona ki thabya di kaya shkara container da achi buji kya communism ki virus di khanda communism di ma khabe communism khabe di kaya cheduliya and to contain the spread of communism through under the Truman doctrine they gave military aid. Okay, to all those countries who were facing the danger of turning into communism under the under external influence or internal influence of the USSR. Okay, that the new del kharesla original Marshall Plan. The Marshall Plan the thangi Truman doctrine langi thangi dilasa more of economic military aid ba mangmi thon ro chi wa ko mi gi kharesna ani communism khabya di kaya chi ba Ta dichigu mayimbegi ya arigirwa yangyojikno Marshall Plan lan. Ta Marshall Plan nanglo lokunsi kharitla reslanarwa. Ta magjenyiwa gi jelia after Second World War lungba mangbo shiu ta magirwa petkor ta 60 kor penjo gi thone. Dinde indu arigi samlo mangbo tangchirwa ta tanda penjo gi rogram tegi is. Kenswe. For second ki any effect chiwe gi thone ta lungba mangbo shiu economically devastated chayo rest chesan digegi economic kyanz lungba socio-economic devastated chayo digedi ani mix karsa mix ta chese ta Quran gi alliance digedi da Western alliance digela re Western and the USA bloc jula and dinde kunju gi ta penjo di laso change to revive the economy so they gave any economic aid which was named as the Marshall Plan. Okay, Marshall Plan gi wala kunju ngi pinchu bu state wa ta ngi pinchu bu tene ta ngi thone ko ge mbike jata yandi Marshall Plan gandu khalasna ro ta kunju laida ning julare ani Europe ki economy di ani yage ta chitulia ta Marshall Plan so yis lago and Marshall Plan bi so wachipu mai bi ta kon Western Alliance la chipu mai bi Eastern Alliance kiran ju ge ani program de lene di yestar Eastern Alliance la ajan chara USSR kiran ju lo go ne ke ani ngas di Marshall Plan di phu gi yis lar ani in USSR ta calling ro ta tilenga china an shamde shusar an USA ta topshu che yo tingruwa chisa dine du USSR gi Quran zulne ya ta khawa ro Quran zulne wa male khasati male wache and di ka le Quran ju gi wala Eastern Alliance ki lunga dige ke lenju yo mare an le maju we ta de lembu lo go ro ani kunji khars sirstana Molotov plan sir ta chesa Molotov plan di serious na USSR USSR under the Molotov plan ki wala USSR ki an Quran ju wala yobe ki Eastern Alliance lunga mangu yorwa an digela ani penjo ta yarke tang chudole yan kunji mu gi rogram te is ta ta mi to do kasna that it was just the aim actually was to counter the Marshall Plan of the United States. Okay, so the dindegi thone ani pet kora tawdu da dindegi phaso chiche ani konj cold war langwe gyumzen ta konj khashesh lana gyumzen tire keswa isko so hold on ta dinisia ta manju gi alliances na le tangi ni alliances mambu laswa ta alliances la ka bikhans khala kanjam chita penje go suisa igur alliances la ka bela manju group la yurwa ta group members tigeti ta jans dinal sivrajna ngombu dige chazan di USSR sorry USA ta USSA gi allies tigeti United States kora seu petuen to a shimba ngombu dige chazan ji te khalesna USA gi ani allies re kenswa ta tanda mau dige di ani kharesana tanda Soviet Union USSR ta an kunju gi allies groups tire USSR koran dokto chimbu chen di mau shimba tanda GDR da jingom pchi do dige chazan de kunju gi allies tigeti che kenswa ta di indu kens di nalo siverjina ro zambulin koran ro almost ni dojila kopchi ge gyo ro ta nam digire phasha ro ta ju teve kap de zambulin ni kopchi ge gyo ro che an tangi gochun tangi ni shuswa kopchi de gochwe de khaw khwani gochu resna Europe ni gochu ro chesa Europe ni gochu che Europe ta chasan ro kopchi ni theb de re nungba ka chingi reshish ma ro chasan ro ji kasa tanda USA the USSR kuningi parala ya to dukshi che kopchi the de ta thibani wa khalle korsana ani alliances the tamuni joint lungo chunju rangse ratha ro koran jula ta rangse ratha re te ani kharjin USA la kharjin joint chigo USA group la joint chigo yumje khare yamren USSR ki group la joint chigo yumje ka lungo chunju ro so rangse chi che ta pension tanda Nepal ro ina ni rangse khasa Bhutan ro ina ro pha so ko ma te me inji himda ko shin de do odiri chinna shin de mo ko to ni inji alliance chigo jugo yumje khare pension ni gyaga ine ge gyaga nyama de min do USA ki block le mari USSR block le mare ro koran ju bloga de to tin ashi khajin de go mare ro lungo chunju inji minji ki US Western Alliance block la join che na re Yamena Soviet Union block khajin join chi gore da na shin ki lungo chimbu ine ge rangse ra sa re thena meselo ngi ro ji pha tang che ro ani lungo chunju dinju ki an alliances dige di socio wala group la join chi chu go jumze khare. So what are the reasons for the smaller countries to join these alliances, and what are the reasons for the superpowers to enter into alliances? What could be the reasons? Okay, so the reasons are okay. 당분간 lumbu chunga dige janginda lumbu chunju dige di alliances join china ता खेपसान जिता युए बरवा गांसो खेपसान मेरे थोनी खलेगा खाई को छिग मारवा ता अरि यागा इमर्जन के ना लंगोनी जे जन छिमो युमजे या कोरस्पोंड्स या केबे लोगा जो ता दिंगा जेमा चांगे से वा ता ने थांदे छाला there are so many smaller countries for example thangi laimba Britain ina re ta na singi thanda South Korea do imberjina arila joint khasa ari ki alliance wa tiye khonso lungba chin zum de joint chibo itum zen khare tuksa dikharsna because first of all they get protection in all means okay protection in all means la kapdel di kapdel lungba chin ji mangbo ji rangje ra yorwa ta rangje ra yu khonso rangje ra ya ra te ta khari ngamra chigosna ani soso lungba chin ji che ani soso ge chongba di neighboring countries lungba topshu chimbu jimbarjina tai lungba topshu chimbu di ki so lungba khatu wang du sigirwa khatu ne du there was always a risk of being invaded by the bigger and stronger neighboring countries ta kesi ari ki nyamdol superpower chik nyamdol join chewra jina ani superpower kena gi lungba di wang du ba yongwa china lamsa superpower di gi roko che yin ba roko lega yingurwa so in a way you get protection okay especially from stronger nation the India China Kirangi alliance chiglo joint chigina you get protection okay the chigre dana singiwa delia an economic aid okay the economic aid the thangi protection in all means nanglo lang the Truman doctrine dilani the pension Turkey thangi Turkey the Greece ni dila ani kuningi wa tebo meshin dulaya ani communism ki ta wang yu ton influence chiga level kapela lamsang khorang kharchis kuningi ani ari gi alliance indi ari rogo chiga leswa ta dina shide ko kenswa chaze economic aid level kapela ani ma penjo gi rokoram rago ta tanda dina lo kyans partner thungdwa ari gi kharchi du robotic do under Marshall Plan thangi rai ba Marshall Plan nanglo khunju gi ngi ro ma ube tik do chaza khesi khena ro and if you are an alliance of America you get aid from America, and if you are an alliance of an ally of USSR, then you get economic aid from USSR. And the couple lumba mango shiuji kyo shiuji penjo mangjingi wa gijelia economically penisi kyo che ta din ngu gu yorwa dinde kaptelia ngu ropas tiguna ta yaksho rwa che dinde gi chane ko join chi go chi tumje di thu der then sumba delia ani weapons ta ani military aid okay ta di thangi ngajo thangi Greece ta Turkey di example del shani tik to Truman doctrine di wa an kesi chan chulate di chipu chi economic aid chipu chi ma yimbe gi an kanaya weapon the military aid yo di pet mi si pen to po weapon the military aid di gi in kan puji chi be to ne so gi neighboring countries to shu chimu to je or nan del ya di gani kada annex chiga di gi na you can always use those military aid you can always use those weapons and save your own country from being annexed by that stronger or bigger country, bigger neighboring, especially neighboring countries. The neighboring countries the neighboring countries to okay. Then we have next reason that okay we understand right okay protection economic aid superpowers alliances la jugo oto kunzu join chibu gyumje khas thangbo dela kunzu kana resources rawo kenso khatsu ki alliances lungba chunju kunzu wal alliances manga yuna ani dise ki variety resources variety manga ye barwa mixe gi khala osno kunzu oil okay resources na mix ukane oil mangta rayu di cheza kyanzo mangbu jilta darwa tinsangi world politics na ta khattu no kunzu gi mikpa jasa di num tensa da dinde la nyo lungba chunju nyo krishna ta power gangza gi lamsa chido che imbre kenswa dinde they get various resources especially oil okay so the more allies you have the more different varieties of resources you get okay then we have second one is the territory saja lagwa saja di khari che do phuju chi gore saja di ani kyan zo missile launch che chdola okay pena sha origina tatan kyan zo missile range to di missile tan di yung go che ani ma tengyo sto di Cuba gi saja re ta Cuba saja di ari ki dam la yor right this kyan zo yapo chin see the gang de la United States dan thongu do di Cuba nanglo la missile di su zur sana USSR gi zur okay USSR gi chu ni di missile gi range di ta ari gangza do junyo bu do di missile di the missile di USSR ni nyoku yorga sana USSR ni nyobe korbu mare Kenswa chesa nyobe kora meduro kunju gi Cuba saja di pyoji chiche kasina Cuba di ani USSR gi allies ruwa chesa kunju gi Cuba saja di pyoji chiche saja pyoji chiche khare missile launch chela di missile di tsu cherwa lamsang gora missile di ne chiktanga chena da ari kanza takta gor su wor kenswa dinde indi ani ya daga na shingi ani ari ge khari shahar sana phige karsa tanda USSR gi tona Turkey la yang kunju missile tsuk shet Turkey la missile tsuk jo dig ya takta khora USSR la nyoport dinde gi saja phazo ta di ka la saja thokpa che competition che dinde shukshum shu ju di ro ani kunju saja di misi gi kechimbu che pen topo pe kenswa for launching missiles that the Cuban missile crisis ma detail jana go chu ro dine second one is for spying reasons okay ta di ka la ya ani saja di the Cuban missile Cuba di nang Cuba na shingir an saja pension spying reasons ke pen thor saja the USSR ne ani ari la spy che te misikale khaburwa cheza USSR ki ani USA ki nedam la yobe ki kran ju lungba allied in the euro na di phju chibe thone ani because soba chije ra spy chiya da odin de ki pemisi ki ani pen thor yor ra. They use it for spying and for launching the missiles, okay, by using the territory. And then economic support. That economic support the khandis ragorsana ta kunju gi ari de win version kran ji allies lu ba changmal mangni shagurwa ta mangni station chi kap de ya mangmel choson tang go gorwa odi choson di ani lungba kwa la sha yuna an di lungba di gi choson tang we thone ya jik pen thor kenso pencha shena ta ari gi thirgi la mangmi tang yuna ani mangmi di gi ta desa re ani mangmi gi roten rojo ro ati kala khanjam chi turkey lungba gi tang de kenso di from that also they get in a way so from those military expenses that digela yang kunju be pentogor shin dige changmal ari kangja gi nyop dina ta nyop thu marwa okay tiche dine an ngaju gi ta ideological reasons that is the gem mo jata thangi ngaju thuksa gangja thuksa di ta kunju gi ta ru tu de wa ideology so ideology di quran ju ni je we already know that both of them held completely different opposite ideologies USA democracy and democracy and capitalism and USSR thangi dilaimba socialist and communism okay and moreover they believe that their ideology is much better than the other the more ideas they could spread in different alliances it means that they're also winning the ideas the war of ideas okay kunjugi ro khachugi alliances mangayuna dijegi interrupt ki thone ani kunjugi loyalty the thove thone kunju topshu chedo sigor kenswa digi thane kunju alliances manga lego kimje ondire for ideological reasons because they want to spread their ideology so the more they can do that by having more alliances under them. And finally power okay so the more allies they have the more powerful they are considered so that is why they try their level best to attract as many alliances under them as they could by using different means for example I said the policies the policies the thone the thandu tesi yaga chawe ge thone kunju pha program chikte ve thone the kuya thapsi do chre to an khase la darwa that ko USSR do invasion of force ko ta ne ro an allies lingi de yore so because they believe that in the more allies they have the more powerful they are considered so not only they have adopted not only different means of methods by introducing different policies they at certain times they've also used force okay to sort of like bring a country under them and make an ally of their own country because the more as I'm saying it again because the more allies you have the more powerful you are considered and both these powers they wanted to show each other that one is more powerful than the other okay so that's it these are the reasons for superpowers to enter alliances resources territory spying reasons economic support ideological reasons and power okay that's recapitulation World War II Allied Forces the Axis kuni paral jingres and Axis forces top Axis forces top begi Axis forces nanglo langju lungba susyersana Britain France USA and USSR which USA and USSR joined only in 1961 okay the Allied forces top rete yinege Allied forces top rete any second world war jela and Allied forces nanglo ne cross rang khateche okay khateche dine superpower ni there superpower ni di so desana USA ta USSR Okay, kuning link drama mangudwa. Western Alliance because of the direction, okay. Western Alliance ke lagre, Western Bloc ke lagre. Tahan nashi Eastern Alliance ke lagre, Eastern Bloc ke lagre. USA Bloc ke lagre, USSR Bloc ke lagre. USSR Alliance ke lagre, USA Alliance ke lagre. Then they are also known as the capitalist bloc. USA is also known as capitalist bloc because of their ideology, and USSR communist because of their ideology. And USA is known as First World, USSR is known as Second World. So you have to know these different names for these two plots. Okay, so the kuningi ki parala, we know that because of the difference in ideologies, okay, specifically ideology, and because of the competition and the tension between these two superpowers on various reasons, it led to Cold War. Okay, kuningi tumjil competition yewe tumjil teche and Cold War. Cold War nan khalla ore, it's a competition or it's a tension between these two superpower blocks, followed by their alliance groups. Okay, the Cold War the lango wegi gumzen kharesana thangbo thuksa di, it's because of the difference in their ideologies, and of course they also have different views regarding the post-war security, and both of them, they consider themselves more powerful than the other, and they wanted to show the other that they're more powerful. Okay, and finally, in order to attract or you can say in order to spread their ideology, okay, they also adopted different methods, including making different policies such as Truman Doctrine, Marshall Plan, Truman Doctrine, which is more of a military plan, Marshall Plan, which is more of an economic plan, and which both are of the United States, and Molotov Plan by the USSR. And then a group USA bloc, the USSR bloc. The bloc last lumba chinju tinju join chwe gyumje khare kharchinlana kunjola rogram ragi yore mixegi and sosugi thongba topshu chimbu dege wang duga yongorajina and dindegi chala sosoyen superpower kunju protection ragi yudi dindegi chan kunju pege join chires ditak puchi ko mai begi penjo rogram ragi yore and tagana shingi penjo rogram as example Marshall Plan line ba Molotov Plan line ba and tagana shingi ni anju weapons and for example, Truman Doctrine, under which they gave aid to Greece and Turkey. Okay, the superpower dinzulani kharra gore alliance ko konsola kharra osna ani khajoge alliances manga dizegi resources manda manga yore mixe gen num dinzu ta pen to ko peva and tagana shin konjugi sajadi ani weapon launch chia ta missile launch chia inare tagana shin gi sawa gi thone ra spy chia puje chi yores and dichibu mai begi konju lungba shimba dige mangmi dige shagi yudu mangmi gi todren la yang khala khanjam pen to gores and tagana shin gi alliance dige la susu gi taduk di phelia cheduya ai 지금 펜토요레 타마데리아 가족이 밸런스 망아요나 디제기 톱슈 체지기 요디 건주기 톱슈 체 지야라 딱 간다 밸런스 망고 요버와 체산 캡디 밸런스 망고 주고 금젠 두스레스. So this is all about today's class.